Hello, welcome. I'm back. Haven't done a video in around 3 weeks or so. We haven't been. We're not in a good spot right now. A lot has happened since that last video. Let's see, League Cup defeat to Arsenal, penalty shootout, got taken to by Norwich, draw home to Leicester, defeat home to Bournemouth. And we're not in a good spot right now, but it's game day. We're against Watford. We have to keep going, keep performing, keep fighting. And it's a big one today. Kicking off is in about 20 minutes as of doing this video. And 2 news is out, so I'm gonna get straight to it. My reaction. Obviously, in goal we got Thibaut Courtois. You know, who's for itself. Back 3. Big news is David Luiz comes in place of Christiansen. Personally, I'm delighted about that. He's one of my favourite Chelsea players. He always gives his all. He loves to win. His character's fantastic. One of our best players last season. You know, he made the Premier League Team of the Year for a reason. He was phenomenal last year, from a defensive point of view, and you know, he was absolutely phenomenally incredible. I don't think he's been as bad as what the press have made him out to be. Even a couple of the fans, I think, the criticism of David Luiz is majority of the fans have been behind him, to be fair. But I have seen on Twitter there are a couple of the fans that aren't really, I think, in fair criticism. One of our best, if not one of our best defenders last season. He hasn't gone bad player overnight, so I'm looking forward to seeing how he'll do back in the starting lineup. And obviously he has to be quite a Gary Cahill as well. I think needs a big game. He's been pretty average of late, like Age is catching up with him. No Alonso, so we have wing backs of Moses and Zabakos there. Interesting to see how that's going to go. Moses is pretty solid, and Zappacosta I think is better going forward. Kante and Bakayoko in the 2 in the middle. Looking forward to, you know, very interesting to see how Bakayoko does. You know, he's been okay recently. Can he step up and be that player we saw at the start of the season? And we're going from a 3, I think it's Willian, Pedro, Hazard is up front. Kind of like, you know, playing as the striker, or the false number 9, flanked by Pedro and Willian, who's also tarnished the lineup, which is a huge boost for us. I think Willian's probably one of our best players. At the time of his injury, I think the impact he's having on games, probably our best player, and I included Hazard in that as well. He's playing really well, and I'm happy to have him back. I would have started Giroud personally. I think, okay, I know he's been out for a while, you know, before coming on the bench for Arsenal against Swansea, but you know, he's been training. He come on the bench against Arsenal for the last half an hour. Can he not play 60 minutes and then bring him off? You know, I think it would just be, you know, a boost for the players, for the fans, to see him in the starting lineup. But hey, hopefully we'll get to see him off the bench. And January signing also is on the bench. Be interesting to see if he comes on for the last 10 minutes. I'd imagine he probably would. Zappacosta or Moses will probably make way. Hopefully he'll make his debut, all going well. My thoughts on the game, and the game's important. You know, we're in a bad spot right now. We just have to keep going and hopefully win this game. It's a big game. It's a chance to get the 3rd spot. Go above Liverpool, back in a 3rd. Go 3 points behind United and close the gap. You know, from 18 to 16 to Man City. I see one tweet today saying, "Oh, you never know. You have to keep fighting for the title. If they lose to Arsenal, and we can beat them. We 10 points with 9 to go." My opinion on that is, before the Bournemouth game, we had about a 6% chance of catching Man City. After the Bournemouth game, and that's currently stand right now, assuming that we win today's game, I think we have about a 3% chance of beating catching Manchester City. I think that was half. I think we have to be concentrating on the top 4. We keep going. You know, you have to keep fighting. It's mathematically possible. I understand that, but I think we have to focus on making sure we finish not just in the top 4, but you know, the top 3 to actually make sure that we'll be in the group stages. And if we can, you know, if we don't finish first, it'd be nice to finish second, finish above Manchester United, you know, and be the best of the rest, if you like. Things are, you know, I'm great right now. Obviously, with the last 2 home games, a defeat in the league, defeat to Bournemouth, and a terrible draw against Leicester. You know, my opinions on Tony Conte, and I'm not the biggest fan of Tony Conte, but I think it starts with the owner. You know, if you sign mediocre players, you're going to eventually have a mediocre team. I mean, Ross Barkley, mediocre. Danny Drinkwater, mediocre. Rudiger, not a bad player. Wong, you know, decent season. Bakayoko, I'm sure there's a lot more to come from Bakayoko, but at the same time, he's done anything and had 1.5 good seasons. More class seasons, maybe you could give him that. You know, Moses, Wigan, Alonso, Sunderland, you know, like, these aren't world class. You know, Gary Cahill, 31 now, 32, every year, 31 now, looks like he's past it. You know, and then you look, you keep signing these mediocre players like Danny Drinkwater, Ross Barkley. You know, you're going to get a mediocre team eventually. And you look at Arsenal in for Aubameyang, and Man United got Sanchez, and you know, we kind of basement bargain out in the moment. Why won't we in for Sanchez? You know, like we're looking for a striker. You know, you can play on the wing, you can play up front. Why weren't we in for Aubameyang? Why weren't we in for Mbappe in the summer? You know, like, I don't know why. We just know what I get this new stadium and stuff. But what's the point building a new stadium if you're gonna have no trophies? You know, like, you might as well change this. You know, and change the colour, keep the badge, and change the colour of the star, and then put it back, because we're going to be telling it to Arsenal. What's the point of moving to a new stadium? Not going to. I'm not a big fan of Antonio Conte. I think we need to. You know, I don't think we don't attack enough. We don't attack with any purpose. We don't attack with any sort of anything really. You know, like, okay, I didn't have a strike on the pitch against Bournemouth, but there wasn't enough balls in the box. There's never enough balls in the box. And when we do get balls in the box, nobody's there. Nobody's gambling on the ball. Like, nobody. There was like 3 players in the box against Bournemouth. Great ball in the 6-yard box. Nobody's there. Attack the ball. We're not attack-minded enough. We're too defensive from my point of view. The game against Arsenal, the second leg in the League Cup, Hazard scored. As soon as he did, Conte put 10 men behind the ball. Virtually, like, literally 10 men behind the ball. I mean, that's very like Italian kind of. When you've got attacking players like Morata, like Hazard, like Willian, like Pedro, now like Giroud, you have to attack. You have to use attacking players. You know, get balls in the box, gamble on the ball, get players in the box, not just balls in the box, get players in the box. You know, we haven't got enough players in the box. Bakayoko, Fabregas, they need to gamble, get in that box. More balls need to go in the box. So yeah, I do blame Antonio Conte for that, and I've never been his biggest fan, but it's just his fault. You know, I think it starts from the top. You know, it starts from the top. So yeah, of course I'm worried about the future. I think that the state of our club is it'll be interesting to see how we go. I think Antonio got it spot on. He said we don't need 7 players, we need 2 or 3 world class ones. We could do it. I don't think 2 or 3, but I think 3 or 4 world class players would, you know, would help us out. And then I could see us kind of competing with Man City. I mean, it's going to be difficult. I think Man City, with the squad they got, it's going to be difficult for years to come. But competing with them for sure. I think we need. You know, listen, Giroud's a great signing. I'm happy with Giroud is better than Bashy Barnes and Peter Crouch and Andy Carroll. It's embarrassing that we even be mentioned those names. No saying disrespect, but they're awful players. Like Peter Crouch, I think he's a solid lad. I love Peter Crouch. Andy Carroll coughs it and he's out injured. Ashley Barnes is just a poor player. So I'm happy with Giroud, but you know, need to do better. I think, you know, in the summer we need to start signing world class players, otherwise we're going to end up with a mediocre team eventually. You know, time's going to catch up with you. Everyone's going to be signing these world class better players. We're signing bargain and basement, decent, solid, mediocre players, and you're going to eventually end up with a mediocre team. You're going to fall further behind the top teams, end up like Arsenal. You know, like we used to be that, you know, team, splash the money, get everyone. We need to. We're so far off that right now. And it's, you know, it's. Don't know if it's because of the new stadium or what, but as I said, if it is because of the new stadium, what's the point of having this fantastic new stadium if we're not going to have any trophies to, you know, to follow up with it? You know, like, why weren't we even mentioned in Sanchez? Why weren't we even mentioned in Aubameyang? Why didn't even go in for Mbappe in the summer? Alright? You know, why didn't we get Vidal? You know, like, you know, Sandro, for example. I mean, I'm not sure it's but Sandro, for example, you know, like, all these players we haven't got, you know, you need to sign, you know, I'm not saying you get 6 or 7 more class players, but you need to sign world-class players in order to be in the hunt for the trophies, and right now I don't think we've done that in the last kind of 12 months or so, you know, and I think it doesn't seem to be learning. We need to change it in the summer. I think Tony Conte has to take a degree of the responsibility for the way we're playing so poorly, but I think it all starts from the top with Roman Abramovich, simple, you know, honestly. But we have to keep going. Massive game today. 3 points is really needed. A chance to go above Liverpool, close the gap on Man United to 3, and obviously 1C. Establish ourselves and increase the gap to Spurs. Our season's not falling apart. You know, we still win today. We're in the top 3 in the FA Cup, 5th round in the Champions League. Still in the Champions League. On the face of it, that's not too bad, but it's the bigger picture. I think everyone's concerned about, including myself. It's the bigger picture. It's the way we're playing. It's just so poorly currently, and also, as I said, we're not. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Like, you know, you see Arsenal, Aubameyang, you know, it's Sanchez, Liverpool record transfer for a defender, and you know, and there's this majority. It's, you know, that's fine, but to a point, yeah, sure, but you can't keep doing that over and over and over. Okay, so we got Morata in. Don't get me wrong, I think I've got issues with Morata, but I think he's actually a good player and he will come good again. I think he's getting used to the Premier League. I think he has to be more physical, needs to fight more, needs to be stronger, more physical, but he'll learn that. But I think you could even argue that there was better players out there than Morata and some, but you know, he's probably not the best example. But if you don't sign world class players rather than players that look okay, could be world class, you're not going to challenge for trophies. Ross Barkley, mediocre. Danny Drinkwater, mediocre. Rudiger, slightly above average. You know, he's pretty solid. Could be good. You know, so it's concerning. But there you go. That's kind of my thoughts of right now. My reaction to the team news. It's a big game. It's about to kick off. My prediction. I'm going to go watch it in a second. My prediction. I don't know how we're going to do defensively. I'm not confident right now. They're Watford have been in terrible form. It's the manager's first home game, and they've got some good attacking players. They've got the Brazilian, and Troy Deeney up front is a good old-fashioned striker. I'm going to be confident. I'm going to try and be confident, and I'm going to say that we will deliver. And my score prediction is Watford 1, Chelsea 2. That's my score prediction. Hopefully we'll do it. Thank you very much for watching this video, and anyone that's watched my previous videos, I appreciate it. Happy Monday, have a great day, and come on you Blues.